What is up, my friends? My name is Echo Thurmi, and today we're back with another episode of Clash Royale 101, where we break down every single card in the game and teach you how to use them both offensively and defensively. Today, guys, we're looking at the Miner. Before I go any further, I want to take a second and say thank you for coming down to the channel. I really do appreciate it. So, looking at the Miner, it's obviously a legendary card with 1,100 hit points. Damage per second is 146. Crown Tower damage is 71. It targets ground troops with melee damage, and it's very fast. Deploy time is 1 second, like many other troops. The one thing that makes this troop different than many others is you could send it really anywhere that you want in the game by tunneling underground, not being able to be targeted until it pops up. Much like the Goblin Barrel, except for the Goblin Barrel could easily be zapped or mowed over with a log, where the Miner has quite a bit more health and can deal a bit more damage before it's taken out. So the Miner, in my opinion, is probably one of the most versatile cards in the game. Many ways to use it on offense, on defense, tanking as distraction, and we're going to take a look at a replay right now from our boy PJ Guts. Thank you for the replay, and we are going to kind of discuss how this works. So basically, the first thing that you need to know with a Miner deck, you want to rush all the time. You always want to keep your opponent on their toes, not give them the opportunity to build up any large pushes. And as you can see in this deck right here, the mini P.E.K.K.A is being used for some defense, as well as this Princess, which will do some ranged offensive attacking, which is a great combination, the Miner and the Princess. You have the underground sneaky troop in the Miner, and then you have that ranged troop in the Princess that deals that splash damage. So using them together is very versatile and very potent, I guess. And as you can see, the opponent here is using the Miner as well, and the opponent just went in on his right hand tower, on PJ's right hand tower, snuck back there and took out a few hit points from that tower nicely. Now what you're going to notice is that PJ likes to go after collectors and defensive structures often with his Miner, and then push behind with the Princess and sometimes even the mini P.E.K.K.A. So as you see, the Furnace is being played. Oftentimes PJ will take his Miner and go and try and take out that structure. With only costing 3 elixir, the Miner is a fairly inexpensive troop and can really do some nice damage on higher cost troops, gaining an elixir advantage. Now, if you saw right there, the Miner was just pushed up that left hand lane, and the opponent countered it very nicely using the mini P.E.K.K.A and the Musketeer. So the game is continuing, not seeing much Miner play right now. A little bit of that Inferno Tower was used to distract those incoming Fire Spirits so they wouldn't chip away his tower too much. And it looks like the opponent's getting ready with another Furnace, and PJ plays his Ice Wizard to slow those incoming spirits. Here we have another mini P.E.K.K.A push up the left hand lane, and it's going to be slowed down, but actually no, it's not. That zap spell took those guys out of there, and he got a strike on the tower. So now Princess and Miner in the playable deck right now. The opponent played the Miner up the left hand side. The opponent likes to attack the tower with the Miner. Now something that you can often do with a Miner, guys, is send the Miner in. The tower will start targeting the Miner, and then throw some minions or some lower hit point troops attacking the tower, and then those minions will be fairly safe. The towers won't be able to target them because they're targeting the Miner, and you can get that damage from those troops. They deal a lot of damage, but they don't really have a lot of hit points. They can't really handle too much fire. So that's one nice way to use your Miner as a tank. Just rush them in there and then send the minions or smaller troops behind. You can send them in, just keep pushing and big pushes from the front, and then send the Miner in from behind. If you're playing a Miner Giant deck, you could send that Giant forward, so the tower is then taking a look at the Giant and focused on them, and then you can send the Miner in the back door. Usually we only show one replay, but today I'm going to show two, just because this next one shows the Miner being used in a very different way, and we're going to watch that right here. In this replay, guys, he uses the Miner, PJ that is, uses the Miner to take out this collector that the opponent keeps on throwing. He doesn't want the opponent to get that elixir advantage, and if you could use the Miner, which is a 3 elixir troop, to take out a collector, which is a 5 elixir structure, you're really gaining a nice elixir advantage every time you take that out. So here he goes in, works on that collector right there. He's going to take it down to almost nothing. There you go. Actually, not quite almost nothing, but he took quite a bit out of it. And his push was there with the mini P.E.K.K.A. with the princess behind, taking out that minion horde, again gaining more of an elixir advantage. And now his princess is going to continue to work on that tower. They'll throw the barbarians to take out the princess quickly, but nicely done. And some cheap fire spirits at 2 elixir take out that whole horde of 5 elixir barbarians. So another nice elixir advantage there. And this whole round, you're going to see that PJ keeps and maintains that elixir advantage, and he keeps sneaking that miner in the back just to take out those collectors. And you're going to see him do that again shortly. The same push he had before, mini P.E.K.K.A. princess, and then that miner is going to go up and work on that collector. And there it is. Now only one of the towers is working on the miner, and now 2, so he was able to actually get that whole tower down. And this giant push goes nowhere. And now we have those goblins, a little bit of tanking for that princess so that she's not targeted right away. And now she's gone from the other princess. So he has that tower down to 600 hit points. The opponent hasn't even touched his towers yet. He's going to play his princess right here in the center as a defensive troop, which is then going to have an offensive push as well. Very nicely played. But the opponent wasted their arrows on that princess right there. Not a bad play at all. It's an even trade, 3 for 3. They're going to play their collector again, and they should just expect that miner to come in. So at this point, it's kind of just a waste for them to even play that collector, in my opinion. But PJ throws his Ice Wizard. He's got 3 legendaries in this deck. I just did a deck highlight on this as well if you want to check that out. It's a really fantastic deck, offering many different ways to defend and attack. And there's a nice defense from that Ice Wizard and the tower itself. And now we have the miner jumping in, beating on that collector. You can also drop the miner in and have it beat on the tower if you like, but he likes to work on that collector just so that that collector cannot gain any advantages, and he could just maintain. Look at him, he's full of elixir this whole round. And here's a nice mini P.E.K.K.A. fire spirit push. Everything is going to hit the tower, and that mini P.E.K.K.A. is going to take some nice strikes on it with only 150 hit points. And now the 3 musketeers are coming his way, and there's going to be some barbarians thrown in as well. So what a push. How is he going to handle it? He's going to handle it with the princess, splash damaging everything, maybe some fire spirits jumping in there as well, and it's going to really just take everything out. With that elixir advantage, he was able to just easily take this round. And there you have it, guys. The miner is, in my opinion, probably the best troop in the game. It's sneaky, it won't be targeted as it's going where you need it to go. It can easily play offense and defense. The miner also has enough hit points so that it can play as a tank, and you can sneak some other troops behind as the towers target that miner. And I think I said it right, but the elixir only being 3, you can really maintain and get yourself some elixir advantages, taking out buildings and taking out elixir collectors with the miner pretty much with ease. As compared to the goblin barrel, guys, you're not going to get zapped or rolled over with that log and lose your troops right away. So the miner is a much better troop in my opinion than the goblin barrel. Deals a bit less damage, but it has so much more health that it's going to get more strikes on the towers and last a lot longer. So guys, this episode was quite a bit longer than others as I showed 2 replays, but they were 2 different styles of play and 2 different ways of using the miner, so I felt it was important to show you both of them. As you guys know, I'm going to have an episode for every single card in the game. We have a good handful of them already. It's in a playlist titled Clash Royale 101. I suggest you check it out. There's some good tips in there. Hopefully this was able to help you out and it will improve your game in some way. If you enjoyed yourself, please hit that subscribe button. And if you really enjoyed yourself, hit that like button. I really do appreciate that stuff, guys. And as you know, I come out with content every single day, Clash of Clans and Clash Royale. I hope to see you guys back again. If you have any suggestions or troops that you would like to see me do a one-on-one or a 101, I should say, on, just let me know in the comments below. Hit me up on Twitter anytime, guys, at EchoThroughMe. Hope to see you again. Until then, thank you, and be good.